Hey, it's Dr. McLean with Vital Energy Chiropractic. I want to show you something that is so simple, but probably the most amazing process in the world, in the history of the world. And I hope that by looking at this a little bit different way, that it will change your perspective on how you approach your health and healthcare. It will change the way that you think about it, and hopefully, again, change your action steps when it comes towards your health. So you've got a sperm and egg come together. It forms a single cell. And that cell is smaller than you could even see. I mean, you need a powerful microscope to be able to see that. And that single cell divides into 2 cells. And then those cells divide into 4 cells. And then you get 8 cells, and 16 cells, and 32 cells, and on and on and on until you get, some people estimate anywhere from 70 to 100 trillion cells. And then those cells, by some mysterious power, this inborn power, in chiropractic we call it innate, which means inborn, innate intelligence. Some mysterious power, it organizes. And the very first thing that forms is your brain. And then down from the brain comes the spinal cord. And then some of those cells organize into tissues, your heart and your lungs and your skin and arms and fingers. And so in about 9 months, you have a living, breathing baby. Now, this is not a religious statement, but I think you could agree with me that there had to be some intelligence behind that process. To go from a single cell to a human being, there had to be some intelligence through that process. Now, I think it's God, but you can call it whatever you want. But it's probably not just a random act that this human being was created, right? So think about how intelligent that intelligence has to be. So if that intelligence could create this human body, what could it not heal? But yet from the medical perspective, I'm not anti-medicine, but the drug commercials, the pharmaceutical industry would have you believe that you need an antibiotic to heal a sinus infection, or that you need the flu vaccine to try to get you through the flu season. Or if you've got high blood pressure, you need a blood pressure medication to lower the blood pressure. Now, just my opinion, but I think an intelligence that could build a human body probably could figure out how to maintain and correct your blood pressure. So here's what I'm asking you to do. I'm not saying don't use medicine, because there's definitely a time and a place for medicine, especially in crisis situations. But when you get into a crisis situation or any type of medical situation, if it's not a life and death situation, take a step back and say, what is this intelligence trying to do for me? And is it raising that blood pressure on purpose? Is it creating this pain on purpose? What might I be doing to block this intelligence that might be creating this symptom or issue? And because there's always a cause of the problem. Sometimes we can't figure out exactly what that cause is, but there's always a cause to the problem. And so it doesn't mean medical intervention might not be needed along with that, but you can't raise somebody from the dead with medicine or a heart transplant. So that tells us there's got to be some intelligence involved in that process. That's what always heals you. So take a step back and ask yourself, what could be interfering with this, and how can I work with this intelligence? So this is what chiropractic we do, especially in this office. We don't seek to treat any symptoms or diseases, because I know this intelligence is way smarter than I could possibly be on a conscious level. But if I can work with your body, and we can do chiropractic adjustments that remove interference from the nervous system, because the nervous system is what carries this intelligence and communicates it throughout our body. If we can remove interference from that intelligence, we know you're going to have a better chance to heal. We want you to feel great. I don't want you to have any symptoms or diseases. But if I try to treat that symptom, I might be working against that intelligence versus just trying to remove the interference so that intelligence can come through. So just think about that. Whenever you're approaching your healthcare, how about you can work with that intelligence versus working against it?